and that's just important. We needed somebody who's confident and knows the checks. As a linebacker, and he has all the traits, and he ran a similar defense at UNC. So just allowing him to come and play what he did over there is a good thing for us.
I can't remember if we asked you this since he committed, but what was your reaction when he told you he was committing here, and how did he tell you?
Yeah, I think I saw it on Twitter or something, and then I FaceTimed him, and then I think I was in Miami with my sister, but it was cool. I FaceTimed him and then told him let's go. So,
how much credit do you get for him feeling comfortable enough for this to be his fit?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him, and he said a couple times that it was kind of me being here kind of helped me make a decision, just because I'm welcoming him with open arms, and then just introducing him to the guys. It was easy, and we all get along now, and I think he's a good fit. So.
James told us that he's going to be involved in that head-helmet communication. How did he put himself in a spot with just a few months to be able to have that kind of responsibility for this team come game days?
Yeah, I think he came from UNC where he was the mic over there with the headset, so I don't think it was a big change for him, and we all believe and have confidence in him. And like I said, during camp, he made all the checks and whatnot, and just seeing him being able to do that, it was pretty easy. So.
How do you feel headed into this season opener health-wise, and where do you think you're at?
Yeah, I feel 100%. Obviously, I had some challenges spring ball, but I'm back and feeling great, feeling good, being back out with the guys, and it's a blessing, and I just can't wait to show it this season. So.
You talked about during the spring, since you couldn't be on the field, getting mentally sharper about the game. Can you detail where you're at from just understanding Jim Knowles' defense and your comfort level there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I couldn't practice, so I just had to get the mental side of things. Whether it's it's formation of offenses and seeing what they run, tendencies and stuff like that. That's really what I had a key in on in the offseason, and obviously just helping the younger guys and dialing into his new systems, kind of different than the past. So, I got a mental step ahead, I feel like, and I approached it the right way in the offseason. So, I think I'm in a good place right now.
A couple of years ago, you were the buzzy freshman defender. Now it seems like that's Chaz Coleman. James said he could play up to 30 snaps on Saturday. What have you seen from him? Because we haven't seen a ton yet.
Yeah, explosive. Big body, lean, can move, could pass rush, play in the run, and we're just all super excited to see. He's going crazy in practice, and we're just excited to see what we can do game day.
For someone to go from first practice on July 29th or whatever it is to like 30 snaps in game one, how kind of rare is it to see with that short launch pad?
Yeah, I mean, we all give props to him, especially this defense. It's not easy to understand, and for a freshman to come in, late and comprehend it like that, like he does, and just move fast, plays hard, and it's crazy to see, and it's good for him. So.
What's he like off the field?
Off the field, great guy. He's quiet. He doesn't really talk, but when he does, he's a great guy. Loves talking about sports, but like I said, he's just a shy guy and doesn't, get in the way of things. So.
Hey, Tony, you've been in 3 different defensive systems over your 3 years here at Penn State. What's either been the biggest obstacle or challenge, or maybe the best lesson learned in those 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, there are different coordinators, different styles of defense. Obviously, Jim, he's kind of like the mastermind. He'll sit back and watch, and then he'll communicate it to the other coaches, and he just sits back, and then it's just kind of weird when you get to see the whole defense in one play and figure out what's wrong. So that's the cool thing about it. And then obviously, he'll communicate it to us and the coaches, and we have to believe in him. Obviously, his success. So whatever he says, we have to do.
How has he helped you with the mental aspect of the game?
Yeah, he doesn't just tell us what we have to do. He'll also explain why, and I think it's a big thing for us. It's kind of easy to say what to do, but for us defenders, knowing the why is kind of a big part, and he says that, and he's not soft on us. He'll go out, he'll be hard on us, and it's hard, but at the end of the day, he's trying to make us be great. So.
How different is he in practice compared to guys like Manny Diaz and Tom Allen?
Yeah, he's probably most similar to Manny, but still, like I said, he doesn't really talk as much as Manny, but if something messes up in practice, he'll make a big thing out of it, which is good. And Tom Allen, nice guy, and he was good. Just different types of coaching. Coach Allen was more nicer. Obviously, Coach Knowles is meaner, but in a good way. But yeah, I'm blessed to see all 3.
Can we get some examples of how he's meaner?
Just more aggressive. Obviously, if you mess up a play, he's gonna curse you out or whatever. But it is what it is, and that's what you need to be great. Having a coach laid back. Is what makes the opposite of greatness, so we're grateful for him.
What does a coach calling out a player like that in front of everyone do to the whole field? What does it do to everybody?
Yeah, obviously, we all got to pay attention to him, and at the end of the day, that just tells us we got to be in the playbook and we can't mess up. It's on us, and we're letting the team down at that point. And Coach knows he has a high expectation for us in the standard, and we got to do what he says. And off the field, we got to do our part, whether it's body, playbook, whatever it is, and come out the next day better.
Does he talk about winning the national championship? Does he bring that up? Does he talk about the process that took? Is it something he references?
He doesn't. That's kind of his big thing. Obviously, we know what we want to do, but at the end of the day, you can't keep talking about it. You got to be about it at the end of the day. And we just got to come out with that approach. We got to be the best team, want to know every day. So,
how's the team responded to that new mindset of, iron sharpen iron, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've always been, here at Penn State. But, this year we know what we have, the talent we have. And, offense, defense, we got to take those periods seriously and make the most out of it. And that's what we've done since the offseason, and it's gone good.
Looking more at you specifically in the defense, how do you feel you've grown into a new role, obviously, with a coordinator coming from a fantastic program and now over here?
Yeah, obviously it's cool the success he had and bringing it over here. Seeing the defense, he runs, it's kind of, like I said, different than most of the others I've been in, and it's cool. Probably the most complex I've been in, but that's what makes it great. The checks we have for each, play is amazing. Then it's kind of confusing why we do, but after on film we realize why. So he's been a great addition.
Tony, how has Keon looked coming back from the injury, and what can he do for this defense?
Yeah, it's been great since summer. Me and him kind of just competed really the whole summer right next to me, and he's been great. His knee looks amazing. I think he's gonna have a big year for us. His pass rush, just whatever it is against a running back or a tackle. That's really been his game, and I think he's gonna have a big part in our defense.
Does that give him a little bit of, flexibility within a defense because of what he's done as a pass rusher? I know it was a big part of his high school career too.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's gonna be a big part, third downs, whatever it is. We'll need him, and he's one of our best passers, so I think he'll have a great part in our system.
With Dom and Amari having the green dot, how have you seen them step into that role in the defense?
Of what? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Having the green dot, the in-helmet communication?
Yeah, been great. Obviously, the leaders of our team, you have to be at a mic with the green dot. They're talkative, they're you got to communicate, and that's what they do. They got to run the defense, and that's what they do at practice. And if they're not, Coach Knowles will be on them. And they're keeping up the standard, and it's been good.
And how's it been in practice with kind of figuring it out, because they both can't be on the field with the green dot at the same time, just working through those reps?
Yeah, I mean, the coaches are on it. They're not, they're not dumb. So it's been obviously kind of hard, but Dom is smart also. He knows what to do, and if Amari's in, he knows what to do. So it's been good.
How are you guys dealing with this 4-2-5 talk and the 5 defensive backs, and we're only going to see 2 linebackers for a bunch of time on the field? And does that raise the competition, knowing that maybe there's not as many snaps on the field to take?
Yeah, obviously, Amari coming in, there's a lot of competition in the LB room, and that raises all of our games, and it doesn't make none of us complacent. So just having guys that can play, in the LB room is a good thing. The competition, it just makes us want to get better, because if you have a day off that's bad, there's someone behind you. And that's how I see it. And yeah.
Hey Tony, I know you've mentioned defense is complicated. There's a lot of stuff you guys are doing, but how would you describe the difference between your job last year and your job this year as a linebacker? Kind of in the difference between the two jobs.
Kind of similar, but like you said, this is two linebacker look, so we got to stop the run, obviously. It's obviously stop run and pass, but I say the difference is, we just got to communicate more as the linebackers as of last year. Kind of just run the show. Last year was kind of the safeties, but this year as the linebackers, we got to run the show, be confident, and I say that's a big difference.
Is there anything on the field that Jim is asking you to do differently than you've done in the past?
No, I wouldn't say so. He doesn't make us not be who we are, but we do have to communicate. Like I said, that's part of being a linebacker here in his system, and all of us are taking it in, and we got to do it at the end of the day. So,
who stands out to you on Nevada's offense that's going to test you guys early this week one?
Yeah, I'd say obviously the quarterback. He can run. We see his film. A lot of speed option, whatever it is. We just got to do our jobs, play our role, do our 1/11th, and I think we'll be good.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.